Hey everyone, and welcome to our story time. Get comfy, maybe grab a snack, because today we're blasting off on a delicious adventure. Once upon a time, in a little town that smelled just like maple syrup every single morning, lived a cheerful kid named Milo. Milo loved two things more than anything else in the world: pancakes and space. Every Saturday morning, he'd sit by his window with a giant stack of fluffy pancakes, gazing up at the stars and dreaming of flying right between them in his very own rocket ship. One night, Milo was having a little midnight snack, a perfectly round pancake. Of course, as he sprinkled some extra syrup on top, something sparkly caught his eye, shimmering in the golden pool of sweetness. Suddenly, there was a tiny ZZ, and right there on his plate, a tiny golden spaceship, no bigger than a strawberry, appeared. A little ramp lowered, and out stepped a mini alien wearing a chef's hat. "Greetings, Earth Flipper," the alien squeaked in a tiny voice. "I'm Zaga, the Pancake Planet's royal syrup taster. Our great syrup fountain has gone completely dry, and we desperately need your help." Before Milo could even say the word butter, he and Zaga were zooming through the night sky inside the tiny ship, which magically grew just big enough for both of them to fit comfortably. Stars zipped past their window like glitter, and soon they landed on the most amazing place Milo had ever seen: Pancake Planet. And you guessed it, everything was made of breakfast foods. There were towering mountains of whipped cream, slow-moving rivers of golden syrup, and fluffy butter clouds floating lazily overhead. Even the houses were shaped like perfectly stacked, fluffy pancakes. But there was a problem. In the center of the planet, the magnificent syrup fountain was frozen solid, like a giant amber popsicle. "The syrup spirit has gone to sleep," Zaga explained sadly, his little chef's hat drooping. "Without enough laughter and kindness, our planet gets too cold, and the syrup stops flowing." Milo looked at the sad faces of all the pancake people. He thought for a moment, and then a huge smile spread across his face. He had an idea. He gathered all the pancake people together and announced they were going to have a gigantic breakfast party. They started telling the silliest jokes they could think of. They had pancake flipping contests, launching flapjacks higher than the butter moon hanging in the sky. They sang cheerful syrup songs at the top of their lungs until every single person was giggling and laughing so hard their bellies ached. And then, something wonderful began to happen. Slowly, the frozen fountain started to thaw. A little trickle became a stream, and soon, warm, golden syrup bubbled up and shimmered beautifully in the light. The syrup spirit awoke, swirling happily around everyone like a warm caramel breeze, happy to feel so much joy again. The Pancake Planet was saved. When it was time for Milo to go home, Saga handed him a tiny, sparkling bottle filled with magic syrup. "Whenever you need a smile," Saga said with a wink, "just pour a single drop, and always remember, kindness is the secret ingredient that keeps the syrup flowing." The next morning, Milo woke up in his own bed. He had a little bit of syrup on his pajamas and a tiny golden bottle sitting on his nightstand. He grinned from ear to ear and thought to himself, "Best breakfast ever." What an amazing journey. It just goes to show that a little bit of kindness and laughter can warm up even the coldest of places. Thanks so much for joining our story today. If you had fun, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures. See you next time.